bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old hoe with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, the machine. They better got my stuff. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matt back, liquor clean. Dead presses in and I'm a low. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They've gone a full half season since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now the Ravens get
throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss, and despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now Leonard Fournette. Oh, nice move. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Garoppolo. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself a big...
And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings! As his guys are in for 6, and the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 7-0. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here now the starters defensively for the Vikings. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
There's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Our eyes shift now to the Vikings defense. And a big And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to throw. Love to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
And able to find Dorsett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one. It just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The numbers for Collins last week, 14 carries, 62 yards. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
And he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gardner. They begin with a run by Fournette. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number 1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, Garoppolo. Left side, it's Dorsett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Emmanuel Agba. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. He's going to get it running right. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here.
The quick slant caught. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll go with a big back foot in. Now he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Showing some grits and some guts going for it there. 4th and goal, pounding it in.
And being rewarded for that confidence in the team, huh? The coach saying, let's go ahead and get this. And how about the guys up front firing out, finding a little bit of a crack for him to get through? Touchdown. I love it.
Cat and 0 out now as he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
21.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Chandler Jones in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? To throw is Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 43 yards. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This is Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Hard throw, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, this is Collins. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And taken right at the 35. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. 13. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A big 30-yard play on third. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a...
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On play action, it's Garoppolo. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hall. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having to earn much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Love. And shedding through the tackle. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. The final shot before the break. Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 17-7, the final score. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Falcons probably can't afford any more losses. They're at 3-6 coming into play today. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis. Check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Jakeem Grant now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He completes this to Sutton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They'll run for it with Fournette. Oh, what a move. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Lott. He finds Corey Davis. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On second down, Collins. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing his left. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The pitch to Fournette. Gets around him. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll toss it to Fournette. A beautiful fake. And some room to work. He's got daylight. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On 1st and 10, Lott. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear. By the time I leave the booth.
It's a big one there for the Vikings. 58 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Garoppolo again. And he fires one incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Caught on a slant, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. But on the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He's got a man, complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. 17
more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On second down, here's Locke. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And Forbath will put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The return man is Grant. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On the run, it's Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And finally brought down at the 43. That one 28 yards on the ground. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Garoppolo looks to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On first down, Garoppolo. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Garoppolo to throw on second down. Throw left side, complete. That's Hall. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will extend this big lead. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And taken right on the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. A shotgun snap for Love. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing again is Locke. And able to find Green. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Luck on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Luck throwing again. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw on second down is Locke. And Davis has it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To the air again. Locke. Green with a catch left side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Here's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And it's the Dolphins that wound up winning that one. Derek Carr, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One last throw here for Locke. And now here's another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.